So Tears of the Kingdom is actually coming out within 2 months, but for Zelda fans, that's like a year from now. You know, if you include the delays. So for that eternal wait, I thought I could spend that time with the other game of the year that clapped the Horizon series, that their Elden Ring game. I mean, if anything, it's Dark Souls Breath of the Wild, or Tears of the Wild if you're bad like me. So today, it's time to cosplay as Link in Elden Ring. So where to begin? I guess we can roleplay a bit, spice up that bedroom life. Let's see. Alright. We can isekai Link from the Zelda game after he died in Breath of the Wild. Or we can use that funky timeline that everybody hates. Like the one where he died or something.
He dies, he wakes up and is like,
hey, wait a minute! But in like different tones of actually, I need to think about it. Kinda Link talks. So he like does it off camera or something, I don't know. Alright, we're done. Link is isekai'd into the game. No, which Link? Well, I was just talking about Link from Breath of the Game, so let's use that one. Maybe we could spice it up by also combining it from the Smash one. Right, so we got our elf boy. We got our roleplay scenario. Let's just jump right in.
but wait, Elden Ring and Zelda game are two different games.
We need to like Google Translate Zelda into Elden Ring. Alright. So, first thing that comes to mind, the stats. Zelda ain't got other stats in health and stamina. I mean, I guess we could just up those and just be really juicy roly boys. But we wouldn't be able to use any of the cool equipment. You just like cosplay where you look like Link, but you're just wearing pajamas. So, we gotta get into what Link is like, other than the socially awkward screamy boy. We got the first two, which could be vigor and endurance. Simple. He's good at using various weapons and tools lying around. You can chalk that up to dexterity. He can push very large rocks around. So I guess he's a bit of a beefcake too. Right. I think the four there are a good amount to doink around with. So, we got Link's attributes in order. I have another attribute coming up, but I'll just leave it for later for now. Now, let's talk how we LARP him up. Breath of the Wild Link primarily uses weapons he finds throughout the woods, but also has his little tablet with his games on it. If anything, Elden Ring has a lot of weapons scattered around, but many are limited to that stat thing. So, I think it'd be best just to get his signature equipment out of the way, and then just fill it in with taste. Alright, so, Link, what's he got? Well, he's got a sword, multiple swords. Well, we want to find that cool Master Sword. Well, it's not an Elden Ring. So we got Bargain Bin Sword that can mimic the Master Sword. So, I looked through the whole Elden Ring sword catalog for longer than I should have. I found a sword I like. Now, it's what I like. If you don't like, you can replace it to your liking to what you think fits better. Now, the sword I found is
Banish Knight's Great Sword.
Alright, now hear me out. I know it's not the highest on the Elden Ring tier list, but just hear me out.
It's got the hilt.
In my defense, I said it was the Bargain Bin Master Sword, Dollar Store Master Sword, whatever. Can't expect to slay a Walmart employee with the sword you found in the toy aisle. But we could if we infused it. My fifth stat is Intelligence for Frost. I like Frost because it reminds me of the Master Sword when it's powered up with that blue. Makes that sound effect. That and the extra damage is pretty cool too. Alright, so shield. This is done. This one is pretty much how you prefer your shield. I just limit it to smaller, medium-sized shields just to stick with the theme. Personally, I like the brass shield or the blue kite shield. Now, we got the two main things he holds. That isn't it. Another staple is a bow. Again, it's Breath of the Wild. Zelda as a series has a many different bow. The next bow of choice is whatever you want. Flavor Town, go nuts. Just make sure it's not too massive, I don't know. Next you got them their bombs.
You want it? It's yours,
which could
my
be made,
friend.
so that's not really an issue. You got pots lying around, you can buy them. Find them. You can even pick the bomb flavor you want, which is neat. No, I'd say Boomerang, but Elden Ring doesn't have anything like that, so kick rocks, I guess. I mean, technically you could have the Star Wars sword, but it's just not it. So that's it for the main equipment. An item I'd like to throw in is a staff to resemble the rods that I found throughout the game. Honorable mention is that hookshot. It's a bit of a stretch, and by stretch I mean a very, very long man stretch. A whip. It's flimsy. It's in Smash. In that one instance, you slap people with it with your jump. Yeah. It's not the new one. Like I said before, it's really up to you how you see fit. We got the weapons. How we swing them around. But we can swing it around in style. Ashes of War. There's a lot. I like to stay in theme, so my favorites are the Spinning Slash or the Sword Dance to resemble the Whirl Attack he does. Double Slash for that smash forward smash. Glintstone Pebble for our Dollar Store Master Sword to resemble that beam that shoots out at full health. Parry on the shields. Our golden parry if you're bad like me. Up next, we have the Talismans. The only two I recommend is any of the jar talismans that increase your equipment load because we filling up those slots. The second, the Carrion Filigree Grass. It's a mouthful. It's so we can spam weapon arts. Flavor Town for the rest, I use the Great Tree Talisman and the HP Boost Talismans, which is just right overall. And lastly, armor. I have no clear answer for this. I don't. All I have is my favorites, and the rest is up for you to go wild with. So, here are my favorites. Head. I like the hoods. I use the Crimson Hood that gives me the extra HP boost. There's also a Royal one for mana. I guess you can just, if you want, find a black one. With that trailer. Torso armor. I go with either the Raging Wolf armor or the Haslow's drip armor. Don't know what it is, but the Raging Wolf armor reminds me of the earlier tunics. But that's just me. For the arm and leg armor, I just go with the warrior set. Or you could just use the rest of the Raging Wolf or Haslow's. Again, armor is personal preference. Use what you think best fits his drip. So, there we have it. You got some sort of amalgamation of Link. Gather the items right away, or collect it at your own pace. Now, once you do, you chill. Link is about to enter a world of pain and suffering, thanks to you. I have nothing else to really say. I guess I'm just going to have my video copyright striked. Here's a montage or something. Here's a dog.